Warning, this podcast is naughtier than a pack of rebellious squirrels at a bird feeder. Listener discretion is advised. Your episode starts in 3, 2, 1. Hello, my wonderful fellow smut sluts, and welcome back to another titillating episode of the Lusty Library podcast. If this voice is new to you, I'm Joey, this episode's hostess. And if this is your first time at our rodeo, what do? We pretty much sit down and talk about book cock while drinking plenty of cocktails.
Book cock.
Book cock.
Oh my God, is that a thing? Book cock. Book talk. Book cock.
There we go.
Yeah.
See, and I'm like, that's so close to bukkake that I'm like,
Oh, which that's a completely different
thing.
Really, what do we do here? Each episode, one of our hosts picks a romance novel that none of us have read before. We read it, we drink, we sit down, we pretty much yell and scream at each other and talk about the book. If you're a repeat listener, thank you for coming back and showing us how much of a masochist you are. But have you gone on your podcast platform and given us a rating? Have you gone and told 3 of your friends about us? Have you been loyal to us, or have you been cheating on us with other podcasts?
Or do we have to come and find you?
We have a mercenary in the group, ladies and gentlemen. But if you're a repeat listener, this is an extra special episode. Because I'm realizing as we go through our repertoire of episodes, and this one is our 32nd as a group, I realize you all may think I'm a mean and horrible person to one of my best friends, Birdie, and even Lexx, because I yell at them a lot. So I actually would like to challenge myself and challenge you, Birdie.
you know where this is going?
Yeah?
Okay, so the mission this episode, and this episode only because I'm not sure I can hold it together that long, is for me to not yell at either of you for the entire duration of this episode. And if I achieve this goal, I would like the 2 of you to agree to have me pick your last books of 2025. What do you think? Are you in? Do you think I can do it?
I don't think she can do it.
I don't think so either.
No.
No.
In case I can't, I would like the 2 of you to put your minds together and pick what my last book of 2025 is going to be. Okay? Blind. I just want you to go and give me the title, and that will be my book pick.
Oh, that's
But
fun.
I'll let the 2 of you do it together.
Ooh.
Oh, it's on.
Challenge accepted?
Love
Yes.
If you had all joined us in season 1, you'll realize I picked a motorcycle club book. And of course, what would season 2 be if I didn't have a tall, dark, brooding 1%er in this season's lineup? So today we're going to be talking about Wolf by Paisley Hope. This book has been on my radar for 6 months, and I was like, you know what? I'm holding on. I'm not going to read this because I will pick it at some point. The time has now come, my friends. If you live under a rock and have never heard about this book, let me give you a summary. Gabriel Wolf, the fallen dark angel and club president of the Hounds of Hell MC. His life has been infused with darkness and trauma since the day he was born, forcing more than just desensitization to violence and chaos, forcing him to crave it to feel stable, secure, whole. With only a handful of people he cares about, his family, the ones that don his cut, women are just a tool, a means to an end, never to covet, only to use. Each one blending into the next. The formula he lives by is simple. Death is at your door. You are a soldier of bedlam. Nothing more, nothing less. Until the moment a little hummingbird flies into his crosshairs, forcing him to feel something he hasn't felt for in as long as he can remember. Alive. let the hunt begin.
That was a pretty good summary.
Yeah, I think it gave away just enough,
Yeah,
but not too much to ruin the entire book for you.
absolutely.
The book opens up and we meet our girl Brinley, who was having the shittiest fucking day. She just found out she lost her job and is being told by her sleazy as fuck boss. He's constantly looking at her, leering at her. Well, because Brinley is gorgeous. She has this dark raven hair, curves, a beautiful face. But she's like, oh shit, I've lost my job.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay, because she has a very important dinner with her boyfriend, Evan, later that night. They've been together 2 years, so this is the moment she feels it coming. They could potentially get engaged, move on with their futures. She'll figure out what she's going to do for another job. She really hasn't had sex with a guy for like 6 months.
She's really convincing herself that she wants the proposal, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The inner monologue is very clear that she's like, no, but this is the right decision for me, right? Looks good on paper.
This is everything that parents said I should have.
This is the path I'm supposed to take.
Right. And even like the fancy restaurant, it's not her favorite one, but it's the most expensive and most visible one. So that's why he's picked it. It's where his family goes.
They're driven there in a limo and they walk in and they're turning heads because as a couple, they're what is supposed to be. Both beautiful, both well-dressed. They're the epitome of what stature looks like within the Atlanta community. They sit down, they have their dinner. Brinley's getting all excited and Evan's like, okay, well, here's the big news. I've accepted a 1-year contract at a big firm in New York, and this could open so many doors for me. And Brinley gets all upset. She's like, wait a minute, you already accepted this without consulting me? It's going to change our lives, and we're going to have to move. And he says, oh, I was thinking you were going to stay here.
Work on yourself a little more.
And I would go, I'm going to need to focus on work. I could fly back every 3rd week, and we can see each other. And then once you get more stable in your career, then maybe my family will accept you and we can get married.
I wanted to slap him.
Yes.
No shit. Brinley has been brought up in a very traditional Southern religious good girl environment. There are rules she's supposed to follow. And she has a moment where she's like, I'm fucking done with being told what to do. I'm not going to sit here waiting for you. She basically breaks up with him.
And he's like, oh, no, don't.
And as she's going to walk out, she's praying that he's going to get up and follow behind her, and he doesn't. So here is this life-changing event for her. No job, no boyfriend, no place to live because she was living with Evan. He's moving to New York. So what does she do? She hops in her car, drives 3 hours away to her hometown of Harmony, Georgia, to go live in her deceased parents' home.
So she does have a place to live. That was really annoying to me.
Tell me how you really feel.
Oh, I don't have a place to live. I guess I'm going to go live in this old dusty mansion. Oh, fuck you. I'd fucking kill to have an old dusty mansion to go to.
You'd rebuild the porch all by yourself.
Yes, I would.
But I think it's also perspective. She is having a shitty fucking day. Her heart's been broken backwards and forwards. She's not looking at that, thank God I have this mansion I can go live in.
Right.
Along the way, she's a little tired. She needs to pee. She decides to stop at this bar in Savannah and is having a daiquiri over at the bar in her Nirvana t-shirt and leggings when all of a sudden she hears screamed across the room, Jelly!
Jelly!
Oh my God.
I played a little bit of it for Lexx and she was like, holy shit, I would have DNF'd this if I had to listen to the audio.
Yeah.
It was hardcore. Jelly? Oh my God, what are you doing here?
That's absolutely not what I had in my brain.
No.
Oh my God, she's just run into her childhood best friend. Her peanut butter to her jelly.
I loved that where she stood up and she had tears welling in her eyes and she was like, PB. At that moment that she really needed her, she was there.
Yeah. But Layla's changed in the past 2 years that she's seen her. Layla now has tattoos, and she's wearing a sash that says property of Axe.
I loved that. And she's dyed her hair bright red.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there are all these big, brooding, tattooed guys that are kind of surrounding her. And Brinley is being definitely nose up, judgy of the situation and says, Layla, what is going on here? And Layla pretty much says to her, oh, it's not what our parents raised us to be. The club is not what we've known. Trust me, I wouldn't put myself in a situation that wasn't safe. They're all really great guys. I'm so excited you're back. We can connect again. Oh my God, I'm getting married in 90 days. Now that you're back, you're coming to my wedding. And Brinley is like, sure. It's being held on Tybee Island, which is a small island off Georgia, very resort town.
Mm-hmm.
So Brinley agrees, they separate, and Brinley finally makes it back to her family home. She steps foot on her front porch, and her foot almost goes through it. The girl doesn't have much money to be able to fix this. All right, she'll have to figure it out. So fast forward to the next day, she's leaving the house. She's got to figure out what to do for a job. She ends up going downtown. Well, she also needs a dress now for Layla's wedding. But as she's walking downtown, she sees a help wanted sign in the design studio window.
This is an escapism book. Part of the dream that we want to escape to when we read books like this is that we walk into a place with a help wanted sign and we get a job by the time we walk out the door again.
100%.
Oh my God, was it so fun to read this?
In your field, which is not a niche industry or anything, interior design is what she has her degree in.
And the person who works there, too, just happens to be your best friend's older brother that you've always felt comfy with.
Oh, God. Honestly, that was one of the most satisfying things. I was like, oh, it's so dreamy.
Well, now that she's almost secured herself a guaranteed job, she decides she's going to go get a latte and sit outside before she goes to buy her dress. And all of a sudden, she hears a rumble coming up the street. 4 motorcycles come. They back their bikes in at an angle, and she's checking out each one of them until she gets to the biggest of them all. Tall, dark hair. And when he turns his head, these gray, smoldering eyes.
Yes, please.
Yep, sign me up. Oh, God, he takes his helmet off and he probably runs his hand through his hair. Oh, God.
But she's so torn because she is immediately attracted to this hunga man. But oh my God, he's in a motorcycle club. Oh, I can't. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm gonna go to hell. And then he turns and she sees his patch. It's the president, baby.
Hey, aim high.
Go big or go home.
And he catches sight of her. And he starts all the way at her sandals and looks all the way up, taking in each one of her curves. Now, the poor girl has her sunglasses on top of her head. So, unfortunately, she is so caught checking him out. But she gets a little weirded out as they're talking and decides to get up and does a mad dash into the dress store. Days pass. It's now time for Layla's rehearsal dinner being held at the clubhouse. Now, Brinley was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go, but she wants to know about this world.
It's morbid curiosity.
She's the Pandora that would open that box.
Oh, no doubt.
It's the I want to be spontaneous kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a really good moment to make these kind of bad decisions.
Yes. And her friend has pretty much promised that it's going to be fun. She's going to be totally safe.
When she gets to the clubhouse and she sees all the Edison lights up and it's beautifully decorated, it's not what she expected. And she gets to meet Axe, which is Layla's fiance, who has a real name. She finds out is Sean. And she gets to meet Kai and a couple of other members of the club. And then all of a sudden, who comes walking over?
Mr. President.
Yes. And she formally gets introduced to him.
Oh, so awkward. She's like, oh, yeah, we've already met.
And he says, we've run into each other? ?
And she's like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm such a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I loved that moment for her.
Yep.
I'm like, you dum-dum. Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that? Oh, God.
Oh, but he sure as fuck remembers her because a couple of minutes later, he kind of catches her in a corner and says, the good girl with the smart mouth. If you aren't careful, little hummingbird, I may have to use that mouth to set you straight. He knew exactly who the fuck she was.
Oh, yeah.
He was totally fucking with her, but we don't find out that he was fucking with her a little bit until a little while later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the way he made her a little bit nervous and uncomfortable at first. But she deliberately bought a shorty little dress to wear. She knew exactly what she was fucking doing.
Mm-hmm.
Layla encouraged it.
Oh, of course she did.
Mm-hmm.
Because she feels like, oh, I'm at a different point in my life now. Evan would have said this dress wouldn't have been acceptable. But why can't I wear this? I'm going to wear this.
She's having like a second adolescence, like rebelling.
100%. It's so fun to read about.
So she finds out her sexy man covered in a leather vest is named Wolf. Very appropriate.
Mm.
The rehearsal dinner is going on. Everybody's having a grand old time.
I'm sorry. Can we just talk about the fact that they drink Jägermeister Goldschlager shots?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Flashback to college.
Every drink in this book was fucking disgustingly sweet and disgusting.
you're going to love me because when I initially read this book, I'm like, we are so doing the liquid cocaine. I was going to have us do the fucking shot at the beginning of the episode, screw the cocktail that we normally do, and I was going to keep us going. I looked up the ingredients to the liquid cocaine and went, fucking, I am not doing Jägermeister and Goldschlager.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Gross. I just had to throw that out there that I was just like, she's already talked about stirring her syrupy drink, and then they're taking Goldschlager, Jägermeister shots. I was like, this girl, we could not drink out of the same cup together. Like, absolutely not.
But this one that you came up with.
Wolf gives Brinley the nickname of Hummingbird.
Mm-hmm.
Because he sees the blood fluttering through the veins in her neck so quickly, which was really cute.
So there's a beautiful light summery cocktail out there called the Hummingbird.
Oh, there we go. That's
So
better.
what do you ladies think? Is this definitely better than what the liquid cocaine would have tasted like?
Oh, God, yes. Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you, Joey.
Listeners, make sure you visit us at the Lusty Library podcast.com. Under the recipes tab, you'll find this. But guess what? If you sign up for our mailing list, you'll get future notifications of the drink recipe and an episode launch right to your inbox. They're all partying, and all of a sudden, they hear an explosion. You want to talk about you're at a motorcycle club? One of the worst things to hear? But
No.
what does Wolf do?
He grabs her and he covers her with his own body.
Hot.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
And he's like, stay here. So we get a little bit more detail about what's happening with a rival club called DOS, the Disciples of Sin. And they're the ones that bombed it, and they see a prospect running, and the guys go chasing after that. But we don't care about that intricate detail right now. The ladies are just like, what the fuck is happening? Brinley is losing her mind and saying to Layla, is everything okay? Is everything going to be fine? And Layla's like, yeah, don't worry about it. The guys are taking care of it. We're good. We're safe here.
But I love the way she quells her fears with, don't worry, Wolf and Axe were in special forces together. What? Oh my God, what are we in fucking Afghanistan with machine guns? Like,
Yeah, what's
this is
happening?
not okay. Like, the fact that we have to be reminded that they were in the fucking Marines together is not exactly something that's comforting.
I love that little detail. Heh, heh.
So a little time passes. They get word on the inside that everything has been taken care of outside. But one thing, nobody can leave the compound just until everything is 100% secure. Brinley loses her shit. She's like, what? I didn't plan for this. I don't even have anything to wear to bed.
I would have lost my shit too. The fact that you're being told that you can't leave somewhere. And I do not like going out to a party and not being able to go back to my house and escape the party. Oh, I would have lost my fucking mind.
But Layla makes it all better by plowing Brinley with a shit ton of daiquiris and making her dance her little ass off.
Brinley did give into it. She was like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to drink these goddamn daiquiris because you know what? They're kind of good anyways.
Yeah.
She just embraced it.
She's real drunk at this point.
Yeah. A few hours go by and she's like, I have to use the bathroom. Layla, where is it? And Layla's like 4 doors down on the right. Brinley starts to go to the bathroom and she goes, got it, 4 doors down on the left. Or was it right? So she finally finds the bathroom, almost pees herself, gets out of the bathroom, and is kind of a little confused to where she is.
Because she's so very drunk.
Also, she's being a little bit of a nosy bitch.
And she stumbles into a room, and she sees bookshelves with hundreds and hundreds of classic novels.
Ugh.
Was he written for me?
Yeah.
That's just my question.
I know. Likewise.
He was written for a lot of ladies, and even men.
So hot.
And then all of a sudden, as she's going down the bookshelves, she starts to see pictures. And guess who's in every picture?
Our
The
boy
wolf.
Wolf.
This is clearly his room.
And she fucking knows it.
She's drunk. Her inhibitions are gone.
Uh-huh.
So, of course, she's going to snoop.
She wants to be found.
She's found.
What happens next, Lex, is very important, which is that man comes out of the bathroom, connected off the bedroom, wet
And num.
and dripping and half naked.
Check.
He's like, haha, what the fuck are you doing in my room? But he is so pleased.
Absolutely.
And he loves to scare the shit out of her.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he's secretly thrilled.
Mm-hmm.
I think he immediately saw the good little girl who was curious.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of made it his mission to get her to break outside her mold. Now, Wolf has a reputation.
Oh, 100%. He doesn't sleep with the same person twice. And Brinley was talking with the other women in the club, and they're like, oh, yeah, I've had him. He's wonderful. But just once, that's all he does. He's slept with everybody.
And he's never committed to anybody because that's not how he is. He doesn't kiss anybody. He doesn't even let them suck his dick because he thinks they all have dirty mouths.
Yeah.
So he's not kissing them. He's not getting his dick sucked. He's just fucking them and then leaving them. But they're all like grateful.
Yeah, because he's that good.
Dude doesn't do relationships. There's no care. There's no love. We're gonna get off. And it was nice knowing ya. Move on.
He's got too much to worry about. He's got his business. He's got the club.
So they have a bit of an interaction in his room. It's a bit aggressive.
Oh, it is, but it gets hot real quick. It gets hot. I mean, I was like, owie, owie, when he throws her up against the bookshelf. He's like pressing her into the bookshelf.
Yeah, you don't think about it at that moment.
No, you do if you're me.
She finds herself naked, and he's half dressed because he just came out of the shower.
Mm-hmm.
No kissing, nipple sucking,
Oh, mama.
fingers to an orgasm like she's never had before.
Okay, listen, Bez. This book I read during peak ovulation cycle, okay?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. This first scene, I was texting Joey. I was like, what have you done to me? Oh, my God. What have you given us? You're going to fucking kill me. But my husband thanks you. Oh, my God. Holy shit. Talk about the right read for the right time. You know, you read a holiday book around holiday. You read a motorcycle club book during peak ovulation, let me tell you. Oh, my God. Holy shit.
This girl is torn because they have amazing, amazing chemistry. They touch each other and there's that zing and the need and the want. But she's like, oh my God, he's so bad for me. And he's trying to push the limits with her. I mean, you're talking about a beautiful, beautiful recipe here for combustible sexual energy.
But he's also checking a lot of boxes for her. She said in the first chapter that she wanted a guy who wanted to spontaneously fuck her. She wanted somebody that had passion and interest. He's whispering a fucking Gatsby line to her as he's biting her nipples.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Love it. Oh my God, love this so much. And she realizes she wants more. And the begging. He is going crazy over her begging him.
Like, I'm honestly going to have to turn the air conditioner on. I'm dying now. He's killing me.
Before things can go any further, one of the guys knocks on the door and is like, Prez, we need you. And he basically locks her in the room for the night and leaves.
Love it.
She's like, what the fuck just happened?
I shouldn't love this, but I do.
What do you mean you shouldn't love it? Why shouldn't you love it?
Oh, I don't know. She's drunk.
He didn't fuck her? I mean, he finger fucked her.
Okay.
There's no P and V.
Yeah.
She was begging.
I know. And I'm just saying, woo, I do like this. I like it a lot.
And you feel morally as a woman, you shouldn't be feeling that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm taking the journey with her on this isn't what we're supposed to do, and boy, do we like it.
Wait, raise your hand if you solicited a man while you're drunk.
I don't have enough hands to raise for
Exactly.
that.
I'm like, I have gone after so many men while I was drunk.
I've probably made the worst decisions when I'm drunk because there is a thing called beer goggles. It's more like, oh, you're near me? You're available? I can rub up on you? Well, hello.
Yep.
Bad decisions galore.
But they're your decisions and you knew you were making them.
Absolutely.
So
I may have regretted them later and hopefully learned from them, which fuck as hell I sure did not for a very long time, but they were still mine. I made them with the most coherent mind I had available at the moment. So the next morning rolls around and she gets a text from Layla. And Layla's like, where are you? And she basically says, I'm locked in his room. And Layla's like, oh, really? Did you? She's like, no, we didn't have sex. Nothing happened.
She's like, yeah, fucking right. You don't have to be all demure to me. I know you fucked him. Literally, no one's ever slept in his bed. Holy shit, girl.
She ends up at breakfast with all of Layla's friends and some of the ones who have slept with Wolf. And they're like, I'm sorry, you slept where? Because none of them have slept there before.
They're like, no one would even go near his rooms unless they want to lose their tits.
Right.
Such a good line.
Right.
So she's like, I need to make a mad dash out of here. Gets herself an Uber, grabs herself a piece of road bacon, which I laughed at. And as the Uber driver is making his 3-point turn out of there, who comes up the driveway?
Oh, boy, Wolf.
And they catch eye to eye. And she's like, thank God. I gotta go.
But it wasn't a clean escape. Because he saw her leave. Yep. And he was like, oh, you little sneaky bitch.
Later that day, she decides that she is going to bring her dad's truck to the auto body shop that her neighbor was telling about was the best in town.
Which isn't the one that her dad always used.
No.
But the neighbor said, go here.
So she gets there, and the poor truck fucking dies out as she pulls into the parking lot.
Classic.
And then, of course, who comes out of the auto body shop?
Oh, would that be Wolf?
And she's like, you're fucking everywhere.
And he's like, excuse me, you're the one who rolled up to my place. So we find out he's got his own auto body shop, and he makes these beautiful custom bikes that like celebrities commission.
Of course, he's a fucking artist.
Yeah.
They built a big reputation, and this is a legit business.
Yeah.
There are moments, and this is a moment where I wanted to bitch slap Brinley a little bit,
Oh, yeah?
where she has her very good girl elitist hat on. And she said to him twice, I really need this work to be on the up and up.
Oh, God. But yeah, I forgot about that line. I
And she said it
know.
twice.
Yeah.
If she had said it one time, I kind of would have let it fall off my shoulders. But she said it twice, and he's like, do you think I am crooked to people because I run a motorcycle club? She didn't say anything. He goes, because it's quite the opposite. We run on integrity.
God, I forgot how pissed off I was at her.
Yeah.
Fucking rude.
There was just some of those moments in there where I was like,
But it was important.
because she is breaking through the mold of the way she was raised and what she was taught to believe as what is good morals and values.
Mm-hmm.
She explains the situation to Wolf, that it was her dad's truck, that she wants to sell it so she can use the money for the porch, but she doesn't have a lot of money to sink on it now that it's not running. So Wolf takes control of the situation. He sticks his hands in her front pockets, grabs the keys out, and says, listen, we'll paint this blue, and Mike next door is going to do any mechanical issues. And we're not going to ask for any money until it's sold. And you'll most likely get double the value of what it takes for you to fix this truck out.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, can I think about it? And he's like, no, you're not going to think about it. This is what's happening. He's like, because there's no way you're going to drive this truck home. She's like, I wasn't planning on it. She says, my ride is coming. And all of a sudden, Wolf gets a little territorial. Well, who the fuck is coming to pick her up?
I love that. A sweet old 75-year-old man next door pulls up to pick her up.
Yep.
So cute. And he's like, oh, fuck. I love we get that little territorial moment.
Immediately. Before Brinley gets in her neighbor's car, Wolf asks for her phone. He plugs in his number and says, when I call, you answer.
Oh, my God. Boss me around, Wolf. This is the only man I would ever be, okay, I'll do whatever the fuck you want.
This is the funny part, because out of this entire book, I am sitting here waiting for the two of you to go be like, oh my God, how dare he be so aggressive? Oh my God, how dare he speak to her in that manner?
Don't worry, there's still time, Joey.
Okay.
And I was actually thinking, like, the way she reacts with it is how I would have reacted with it, because he does call her later and she doesn't necessarily pick up.
It's a very Lexx move.
Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, no.
Fast forward till later that day. He sends her a text message and he says, wait, you're not going to go to Tybee Lake by yourself. I'm going to come pick you up. And she basically looks at the phone and says, yeah, no. Brinley has been a yes girl her entire life, does what she is told. But for some reason, the way she reacts to Wolf and the demands he has, she says no to him. And she says no to him a lot.
Yep.
He says this, she says no.
Because she's in her no era.
Yeah. She's getting ready to leave. And it really doesn't matter that she didn't answer his text. Because who's rolling up on his bike as she's getting ready to get into her car? Yeah. He explains it in the best way. With what happened at the club the other night, no one is driving up alone. We know that he could have let her go with the rest of the girls all together. But no. He needed to get his hummingbird because there is something about her. From the minute he saw her outside that coffee house, he's been done in.
Uh-huh.
This is what we're here for, everybody. Everybody wants to feel that way.
And I love that somewhere along the lines, he even says he was thunderstruck.
Yes.
And such a signal to the club that she shows up on the back of his bike.
Yeah, they're all like, what the fuck?
You know, she's like, I can't go on the bike. My bags, my stuff. He's like, no, Layla's crew will take that. You get on the bike.
But I've never been on the back of a bike.
Oh, and he hands her a leather jacket that just so happens to fit her so fucking perfectly. And she's like,
Yep.
I don't want to wear this dirty leather that you've given to every fucking woman you've ever fucked. And she's so sassy about it. And he's just like, excuse me? No woman has ever been on the back of this bike.
That was the first indicator to me that, oh, fuck, he's screwed.
He is smitten kitten.
Well, she doesn't know the culture. She doesn't understand the significance.
She knows at least that he says he's never let another woman on the back of his bike.
Yeah.
She's immediately like, oh.
Because we all like to be a first.
Oh, absolutely.
So they show up at the wedding. Layla and Axe, a.k.a. Sean, are married. Brinley is talking to Dell. Dell asks, hey, what table are you sitting at? And Brinley's like, I'm at 6. This is great. We get to sit together, so we're not alone. Fucking Wolf is not having it. He sends Kai over to say, Brinley, I think there's been a mix-up. You're supposed to be sitting at the table here with Layla, who happens to be sitting at the same table that Wolf is. So it was absolutely clear that Wolf orchestrated this to happen. Brinley, of course, because she doesn't make life easy and doesn't agree to anything Wolf wants, she says, no, Kai, can you go tell Layla I'm going to be okay at the table I was initially assigned to? It's going to be all right.
Yeah, go tell Layla that I'll be just fine. Yeah, love that.
Kai is not taking no for an answer, so she is stuck having to go over to the table. And of course, the only empty spot at the table is between Layla and Wolf. And she sits down and Layla says to her, oh, you're sitting with us? That is so great. Because she had no fucking clue. No fucking clue. But this was an integral conversation they had while at the table. Because he says to her, Brinley, do you always do what everybody asks you? And Brinley made a great point. Well, when you care about someone, isn't that what you do? As part of making them happy, making things comfortable? And Wolf had made a statement back of, even though it may be a detriment to you? And she's like, well, sometimes you got to do these things. And he asked, well, why do you have no problem saying no to me?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, I don't know you. I don't owe you anything. And he basically says, I am going to teach you that life is about you and to do what's important for you first. He wants to bring this little butterfly out of her cocoon. Even though she's called a hummingbird, so that doesn't really relate much to anything.
It's fine.
Wolf's second in command is actually his cousin, Jake. Jake's dad used to be head of the club, but when he got sick, Jake was just partying, doing shit ton of coke, screwing all these women. He really didn't have his head in the game. As he was on his deathbed, he nominated Wolf to run the club instead of his son. Now, Jake seemed to be really cool about the whole thing. Like, fuck, I don't want it. I don't want all that responsibility. And as the years have passed, Jake has matured a bit, but he's still kind of doing what he's doing. All of a sudden, they're sitting down for the dinner reception, and Jake goes to get up, and Wolf is like, oh, he's going to get his dick wet. And he looks at him and says, be back in 30 minutes. We don't want to miss the toasts. The reception progresses, and there's a point where every single club member gets up and leaves.
Don't make it obvious at all, will ya?
Because something huge has been going on the entire time. They've been hunting a guy named Gator from their rival club, DOS.
He's a fucking scumbag with a capital S.
He hooked up with the 16-year-old sister of one of the club members of Hounds of Hell, took pictures of it, and then spread it all through DOS.
Fucking asshole.
Ugh.
So they've been hunting him down to retaliate. They're going to teach this guy his lesson.
Because you don't touch their women.
I mean, he ain't gonna have any more lessons to learn after they're done with him.
They caught him a couple of days ago, and Wolf figured that this isolated island, while they're there for the wedding reception, is going to be a great place for them to take care of Gator and get rid of him.
And find out who ordered the bombing.
Oh, God, I hate that he chose to do this in the middle of Layla and Axe's wedding. Like, he didn't think, oh, what if something goes wrong? And then it's in the middle of the fucking wedding.
But you need an alibi. The perfect alibi is
That's
you're
true.
attending a wedding.
Okay, that is fucking true.
They're torturing Gator. They're torturing the prospective DOS that they caught for the bombing. We get a little bit of the inner workings about what is happening. Birdie, every time we got to a scene that highlighted the power Wolf had as Prez,
Yes.
I was like, Birdie must be turned on.
Joey, you handed me one of the better mafia-esque books we've read. This is the reason that I love mafia books. It's this power dynamic and the cleverness and the intrigue and the complicated connections between the people and the rival gangs and the respect amongst the ranks. I was thinking the exact same thing as I was reading these scenes, and I was like, oh, yes.
See, and for me, it's not just the power. It's that the power is in service to the family. They protect their own.
It is so parallel to Mafia. It's so good.
I like that they end up revealing later that, yes, they're bringing in drugs from Canada, but not like you think.
Right.
It's very different, and it's such a nice little twist. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
So as the guys are off, Brinley's partying like a rock star, dancing and drinking, and she's getting a little overheated, so she decides it's time to take a walk. She's walking by the water. It's really quiet. She's hearing the cicadas. And all of a sudden, she hears a scream coming from a cabin. She's like, oh my God, that sounds like a scream of pain. And as she gets closer...
This is such a bad idea to go so close. Oh my God, what was she fucking thinking? But she, of course, walks right up to the cabin door. So visible. Fucking moron. I was like, Brinley, my girl.
I'm going with, again, drunk.
Yeah, she's drunk.
Yeah, the girl should really not drink that much.
No, she really shouldn't.
Bad decisions happen.
As she's watching for a few minutes before anybody sees her, he takes out a blowtorch and is torching this guy's neck, taking off his club tattoo. Fucking brutal. I loved that. Like, it's not just about the torture, it's about the power. So she sees him doing that with absolutely zero emotion. So fucking cold-blooded. And then he gets out a gun and points it up to his head. And that's when she gasps. And Kai hears it and looks over and sees her and goes, hey, boss.
Got an audience.
And Wolf looks over and he whispers to her, don't look. And he pulls the fucking trigger.
The worst part is as she's watching this whole thing, not only is she scared, she is enthralled by the amount of power and confidence that he has.
I mean, aren't we all?
She's losing it now. She is running through the forest.
Because she knows that now she's a witness to a murder and they can't have witnesses.
No.
So she's like, well, I'm fucking dead. Cool. Great. Thanks, Layla.
Wolf is like, okay, take care of the rest of this. I'm dealing with that.
Yeah, and they're like, great, you're going to go handle her? And he's like, yes, I'll go handle her.
He catches her in the woods and he grabs her and he's holding on to her, stopping her from running. He's telling her, don't fight. And she's like, I just watched you kill an innocent man. He goes, fuck no. He goes, let me tell you who those men are. One of them blew up our compound and could have killed people. And the other one, and he explains to her exactly what Gator did. And she's like, oh, but still, you killed them. The biggest thing is now he has to explain to her what happens because she saw club business. And that is not something that can be had.
Well, he kind of gives her a choice. It's not really a choice,
Not
but he basically says, well, we're at a crossroads right now. So you can either run away from me and basically be killed by either me or one of the other club people because you're not family, you can't be trusted, or you're going to be mine and then nobody will touch you.
Never explaining to her what that actually means.
Right.
Because that means something.
No context. But I fucking hated that he didn't give her enough information in that moment to really let her have more of a choice and to really let her in on what the actual situation would be.
Well, really, what do you think he should have said?
Listen, we can walk back and I will tell everybody that you're my old lady. Then they won't touch you. Maybe you didn't want to be my old lady, but I like you enough to at least want to see you live. We can figure things out later, but this is the only way I can save you.
I think that is absolutely adorable.
I know. I know.
And the fact that you think that that's actually what crossed his mind at that moment when he told her those were the two choices is the cutest fairy tale I've heard in a very, very long time. Wolf, a man who doesn't do relationships, who doesn't believe in any of this, all of a sudden had something happen to him after he chased her down and realized she was going to die. I firmly don't think he believed it in his heart of hearts that that's what he was doing. I think he made a very impulsive decision without thinking about it.
This is absolutely the only way I can save her.
He admits, even to her face later, there's something about her that does it for him. He doesn't question why he feels things. He just goes.
I don't think he really had the cognitive thought to be able to explain to her what that meant. Because I don't think he was ready to have it come out of his mouth until it did.
No, you're right. But it just sucked because here's a moment where if this was a single POV, I would have had a really bad time with this book. But then we get to hear her perspective and hear her be like, holy shit. I'm basically this guy's fucking captive now, but holy shit, he's so hot. And yeah, okay, we can keep doing this. So she's torn as well, but at least we get her POV where she's like absolutely consensual with what's happening. But she's still like, what the fuck? But oh, okay.
And I think that's how we get around consent a lot of the time in these books is having the other POV.
Absolutely.
It saves it. It puts it in a different realm. And we go, okay, this is okay.
This all happens. He gives her option A or option B. Things get super sexual. And there's a scene that happens. And he rips her panties off.
Oh, mama.
He puts them to his mouth.
Oh, my God.
And he licks them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know who found that hot.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Mama.
I love a good panty rip.
A panty lick, though, Lex?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, yep.
Yes, panty rip and panty lick.
Yeah. I was like, oh, well, that's something new. Oh, my God. And I was like, oh, my God, he's so hot.
And then he proceeds to say, well, let me show you what it takes to be mine.
Oh, my God, I know.
So he pulls out his knife and he proceeds to fuck her with the hilt of it. How is that 2 books in 1 season?
No, it's 3. We're at our 3rd book this season. Lights Out. Shades of Red. Wolf.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're trying.
Trying without trying.
I know. But at least this knife had a sheath on it. He squeezes it so hard that it cuts through because he's white knuckling it because it's so hot, which is sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
But what the fuck? Joey!
Told you I've been wanting to read this book for a long time, and now you know why.
It's fucked up. And she's also like, oh my God, that's fucked up, but oh my God. Because again, he's with the nipple play. Yeah, oh my God. This book is so hot.
Out of all that beautiful dirtiness, 2 big things happen at this moment in this scene. he fucking kisses her on the lips.
Yep. Oh, so hot.
He's been
Yep.
wanting to do that, but restraining himself. But he does. He fucking kisses her.
Oh, my God. Oh, I was so excited when that happened.
Oh, you mean he pulls at my roots sharply, tilts my head back just before he captures my lips with his own, kissing me deeply.
Yeah. To the point where you had to write that down.
Yeah.
Okay. And she says, well, I don't even know your first name. And then he tells her,
Gabriel.
holy fuck, is that name hot?
He always says that his mother called him her warrior. Isn't Gabriel the warrior angel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect name for him. Excellent. Well done, Paisley.
So when Wolf sighs, after all this has happened, now he's kissed her. Now she knows his name. She's his captive.
Yeah.
And he's walking her back to his cabin. And she makes a really funny joke. Well, I hope that knife was clean. You just fucked me with it.
You fucking just murdered a guy. And he's like, you'd think I'd ever put anything dirty near your perfect pussy? It was more sanitary than anything you've ever had in your body. I fucking know how to clean things. Yeah, that did it for me too.
But I love the fact that Paisley threw that nugget in there because that could have easily been glanced over.
No, she knows we're here, and she knows we'd call it out and be like,
She's like, these rational women that are reading this book is going to be like, oh my God, you just killed a guy with that knife. There's blood spatter on it. And then you put it in my hoo-ha-ha-ha. I mean, come on. So thank you, Paisley, for quelling the fears of the rational women that read your romance books.
Obsessed.
So they're back in the cabin. There's a knock on the door again. It's one of the crew members. He tells Brinley to go take a shower and get cleaned up. So she's in the bathroom, the window's open, and she hears a full conversation about what happens. And basically, they're talking about taking care of the Sprite. And Sprite, in club lingo, is a good girl, like someone who's going to rat you out to the police. And that's the sense that they get out of Brinley, is that she's going to go running and tell the cops, and they don't deal with that. She's got to go. Going to be done. Wolf is like, she's mine to take care of. I am handling the situation. Don't worry about it. He gets back in. Brinley's now showering.
I love it when you make that face.
And he's watching her. For some reason, she gets this full load of confidence and she doesn't cover her body. And he takes out his dick and he starts rubbing himself. And I think I'm going to let our sexy stud take over.
Thank God.
I tap the head of my cock against her pillow-soft lips, my voice growing even more commanding. Open. She slips her tongue out, licking the pre-cum that waits for her. My eyes threaten to roll back. Now suck, I order. Brinley listens, attempting to play with the crown of my dick, and I groan as her tongue darts out, swirling over every single barbell. I feel her moan, and it hums through my entire body. I look down at her, noticing the way she squeezes her thighs together and clenches her free hand in her lap. I grin. Someday very soon she'll admit, out loud, how badly she wants me. You haven't given much head before, have you? I ask with a smirk, because it's obvious. When her eyes look up to mine, she shakes her head slightly with my cock still in her mouth. Fucking Christ. I'm happy as fuck to teach her. Hollow your cheeks out. I give a light tug on her jaw. Loosen up here. Don't just lick. Swallow my cock, hummingbird. I say, my voice full of gravel and lust. She has no idea what she's doing, but it's still the best blowjob I can remember. She does what I say, her tongue making intentional, languid flicks as she attempts to take me deep. I hit the back of her throat at the halfway point. She gags and sputters around me. Her hand sits at my base, her fingers barely touch, and she can't even get her mouth to meet her hand. The sight of it urges me to fill all her holes that I know I'm too big for. That's it. Use your tongue. I tell her as she gets herself into a rhythm. I slide my hand into her hair to help her. Brinley gags again, drool leaking down her chin when I hit the back of her throat. I'm done attempting to take it easy. I'm too far gone. Her hot mouth wrapped around me is my kryptonite. Using the grip of her hair, I allow my thumb to slide down her jaw and hold it open as wide as I can. Brinley gags and I love it. I only grow harder with her struggle. Get used to taking all of me, I grunt. Your pretty little face while I'm fucking your throat just became my new favorite view.
I picked this scene in honor of you, Bird.
Thank you.
Because you texted me.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, the blowjob scene is hot.
Yes, I was dying. Guys, this book fucking killed me. I am currently speaking to you from the depths of probably hell. I'll be in hell. Oh my God. Whew.
That was delish. The girl had no clue what she was doing, but dude was in fucking heaven. It didn't matter.
I love a good blowjob scene, and then I enjoy like tutorial scenes.
Honestly, like when you're first with somebody, you need a tutorial whether you've given 700 blowjobs or one.
Because you need to know what they like. It's all
Exactly.
about your partner's preferences.
This is our second MC book and our second MMC with a Jacob's ladder.
Fucking guys with the goddamn Jacob's ladder and getting it for her pleasure. You know, that's what everybody assumes biker dudes have.
And I wonder what the vibration going up the metal into the cock when he's riding his bike feels like, too. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes. She goes back with Layla and the rest of the girls, and when she pulls back up to her house after the wedding, there's a bunch of guys there, and they're pulling apart her porch.
God, I love this so much.
This is also so very hot.
So hot.
Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Oh, absolutely. So basically, Wolf sent out a crew of guys to fix her porch for her.
Mm-hmm. Because one of the club members' son-in-law is a carpenter.
Yeah.
I love it.
So later that day, after he takes care of club business, Wolf comes up to the house. And Brinley sees him roll up. And she closes her door. And all of a sudden, while she's in the house, she hears the keypad go off. And realizes Wolf has the code and he's now in her house.
Hot. Love it.
And of course, she's directly going at him and going, I'm not going to the clubhouse. I'm not going to be your captive. And she says, oh shit, I pushed the limit. I've seen him turned on. I've seen him angry. I do not know what this look on his face is. Now, they have not had sex up to this point. A lot has happened. She's watched a man be killed. She has had 3 orgasms. He has had 1 in the entire time. So things are building. And all of a sudden, at one point, he looks at her and he says, run. If I catch you by sunset, you're mine. And she's very resistant to all this. But again, everything with Brinley, you give her a little bit of time, and Wolf is able to coax her into it. So what does she do? She goes running.
Ugh.
She goes and hides.
I have played hide and seek once in my adult life with other adults, not in a sexual way. We were at like a stag do type party. We were all a little bit drunk. We were just in this huge house. Everybody was staying there. And we were like, you know what? We should play hide and seek. It is some of the most fun I've ever had. So, you know, maybe there's something to be said for this.
Yeah. And I know, Lex, this is more up your alley rather than running for prey. You wanted more of the hide and seek.
Yes, this is absolutely more my thing.
It doesn't take long for him to catch her in the attic. He walks into a room. He senses her there. And this is the first time they have sex with each other. He fucks her up against the attic wall. Now, here's a big thing. He's broken so many rules. The girl has his first name. He's kissed her. He fucks her without a condom.
He asks her, are you on the pill or whatever? Don't they have a conversation?
Nope.
They don't?
Nope. She says
Wait.
condom. He says no.
Oh, right.
And you hear her inner monologue say, oh, I don't even know if he's clean. He didn't even ask if I was on the pill, even though I am. He didn't care. This woman, it is clear, and he says it later in the book, makes him break every rule.
Mm-hmm.
They have some kinky fucking sex up in the attic, up against the wall. Dirty. Now he's big and he has all his equipment and she takes all of him. All of him.
Yum, 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 yum.
Quintessential, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful smut in this book. Really, really hot. He brings her downstairs to the bathroom. He cleans her up. He sees the scrapes on her back. He brings her into the shower, washes her hair. This is where my knees start to go weak.
Aftercare.
Yeah.
It's both parts. It's make it nice and dirty, and then all the sweet, soft, and gushy, please.
And there is a lot of sweet, soft, and gushy because they actually start to talk. She finds out about his military experience. He did 3 tours in Afghanistan. She finds out the truth about the club and what the club does. So basically, they get black market methadone to supply methadone clinics in the Atlanta and Georgia area to help get people off illegal drugs.
It's so cool.
And they're still making
It's
a
so
profit
great.
from
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
And a lot of it came from his military experience because when these people came back from war, him and his brothers, there was no support. The government wasn't there to help him. And there is a bit of political in this book, too, that I think was outlined beautifully.
I love when he says he loves his country. He just doesn't love the government.
Yes.
And it's such a beautiful line.
This was a big turning point, and I think Brinley started to see that, hey, you can still do good by doing bad, that you don't always have to toe that straight line
Right.
to get the results that you need.
It's not black and white.
No.
There is a gray area, and she's now exposed to that. That gets her so much more on board with him.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, she's like, I'm fucked, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh.
He sees what Layla's talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
After these touching moments, the dirty sex in the attic, the cleanup in the shower and the hair washing, these deep, deep conversations where she gets to learn more about him and things that happen in the club, they head off into the bedroom. He tucks her into bed. She's having the expectation that he's going to roll into bed and cuddle with her, but no, he leaves her.
Well, he has a panic.
Yeah.
It's a lot pretty fast
Yeah.
for him to be changing literally everything he's ever held as a principle.
The key thing that we find out is the one woman that he had tried to protect, he couldn't. How can he protect her?
His mom.
He goes MIA for an entire week. She's pretty much heartbroken because I think that was the point where she realized this could be something with him.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm good with that. I thought he was feeling that, and he just left me. 5 days go by. Absolutely nothing. Radio silence. So she goes to work, does stuff around the house, but she's really upset. She's having lunch with Layla. She's waiting for Layla, and she looks out the window, and there's been a bike there, off and on during lunch, for the past week.
And she originally assumes it's one of their gang keeping tabs on her.
Making sure she doesn't go rat to the police.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still alive after everything she saw. Layla shows up. They go and have lunch a couple of doors down. As they're walking back, Layla recognizes the guy on the bike.
Oof, I loved this scene. Yeah. She says, oh my God, look away. Don't look at him. Keep walking straight ahead. And she calls Axe without making it look like she's calling him. And she says something kind of cryptic to him. I love these little covert signal type things.
She looks like she's pulling up pictures or something on her phone, doom scrolling.
Yeah.
And she's actually calling Axe, and he picks up and he hears the cryptic message, and he gets that they're in trouble. Come now.
This guy catches up with them as they're trying to make their escape.
She knows this is the VP of DOS. Layla's making the assumption that they're going after Layla
Right.
because Layla's married to Axe.
Who's the sergeant-at-arms?
Yep. All of a sudden, the guy says to her, Brinley Rose Beaumont, we know exactly who you are. We keep an eye on the club just like they keep an eye on our club. The Prez has never had a woman. You must mean something to him.
But Brinley's like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about because it was a one-night stand, okay? And he's like, oh, no, it wasn't.
He's at your house all the time.
And Layla's like, what the fuck? And she's like, you told me it was a one-night stand. She's like, it was. I don't know what you're talking about.
Luckily, to save the day, Del comes out.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's going on here?
Oh, he tries.
Oh, sweet Del.
The VP of DOS goes riding off at this point. Now there's a witness. Can't have that. And then who comes rolling up on their bikes?
Axe and Wolf.
Wolf tells Brinley to get on the back of the bike. And Del's like, what the fuck are you doing, Brinley? Del is basically the guy she's always gone for, the clean-cut, good guy, which we find out he's got a bit of his own mommy king.
Oh, my God, I loved this.
Oh, my God.
Because the club and Wolf know everything about everybody. And Wolf had no problem telling Brinley when Del was looking at her, yeah, you're not his type. Brinley kind of has to make a decision. Does she go to Del? Does she get on Wolf's bike? Well, she makes the greatest decision and she gets on Wolf's bike.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm not going to the clubhouse. He's like, I've got this. He takes her to his very secluded home. I love this. And here we proceed for the next couple of weeks where they build their relationship. But he's not going to do it without her having the ability to protect herself. And he's going to teach her how to fight, and he's going to teach her how to shoot a gun.
Oh, my God, so hot.
I love this, and also key the montage in my head.
Totally.
So a lot of weeks of fucking and fighting and her being at the house with just him, and he cooks dinner for them every night, and they're working out together. I mean, it really is talk about force proximity building a relationship.
Yeah.
But also, it's so domestic.
I love the idea of him cooking. Chef cake.
So there's a big rally coming up, and she's like, I gotta get the fuck out of this house. So she says to him, I want to go to the rally. He's like, no.
She's like, it's supposed to be one of the safest places for us to go. Come on, everybody will be there. Layla said that everybody's always putting down their fighting and living happily together.
Everybody agrees to chill out.
Right. So, like, come on, please just let me go.
And this is where I just had a moment with Brinley. So in this scene in particular, he says no to her, and instead of having an adult conversation and continuing to push her point, knowing that he's going to give in to her because he always gives in to her, she acts like a petulant child.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is making food. He puts the plate down. She says, no, thank you, I'm not hungry. And then he looks at her and he says, eat. She picks up the food and puts it in her mouth and then spits it across the floor.
So bratty.
When Wolf sees that, he then decides to get some rope out of the drawer and he ties the hands around her back. He says, listen, when my mom and I, when it was just us and my dad was pissing away every penny, we've always worked hard to put good, healthy food on the table. We valued every meal. You, being from the family you came from, would never understand that. Never disrespect good, clean, quality food like that.
In that context, it is so insulting.
Yeah.
And also just generally, like, you shouldn't have to be reminded of that context.
Yeah.
You know, you're always, as a child, being reminded that there are people in this world who cannot put food on their table. So you're right, Joe. She was absolutely being a child.
He puts her in her place. And of course, everything leads sexual. Somehow blowjob ensues. And of course, he does what he does. And he gives in to her. And he says, yes, you can go to the rally. But we need to make sure you're prepared. So the next day, he brings her out to the shooting range. And he puts a target up against the tree. And he stands right next to it. And he tells her to shoot at the target. She's like, well, wait a minute. You're not going to wear a bulletproof vest? Nothing?
He's like, well, yeah, that's why I'm standing on the right-hand side, so there's less of a chance of you hitting me in my heart. At this point, the inner monologue that we hear from him is very sweet. He's just like, if I died now at her hands, I think I would die a happy man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was powerful.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That was huge.
Because now, start to finish, it's been a couple of months since that one moment he met her, and now they've been together, like, at the house for a good 4 weeks now,
Mhm.
where it's just been the two of them all the time. She aims, and he's like, oh, relax your shoulders, giving her all the tips that he gave her. She shoots, and what happens? Fuck! Exactly.
fucking gets shot. I couldn't believe that.
Oh my God, the poor girl fucking panics, drops the gun,
Oh my God.
goes running for him.
This is where I was like, Wolf, this was actually a really good idea. Because she just learned a lot. She learned how to focus under pressure. Okay, now you've seen how you react under pressure, and I already fucking told you don't ever throw the gun. This is the moment I was talking about. Oh my God, throw the gun on the ground, you fucking dumbass. Oh my God.
He's like, don't worry, I'm fine, do it again. She's like, you want me to do it again? Are you crazy? He's like, yes, get the gun, do it again.
This is like a Monty Python. Tis a mere flesh wound.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, yes. So she fucking does it again. But she actually hits the target this time.
Oh my God, and what
Yes.
was fucking adorable is how excited he was when
Yes.
she hit the
Oh.
target.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he
I
was just
know.
like elated and so proud of
Yes.
her. It was fucking adorable.
It was so cute.
Cue the scene of sewing up.
Oh my God, yes. She had to stitch him up. But
Yeah.
it was a great scene because everything with them turned sexual. Fighting into sex. Eating into sex. Being shot into sex. Watching someone get murdered into sex. So now that this has all happened, they go to the rally. Wolf goes off to do business, and Brinley's out there with Layla, and they're hanging out. And here comes walking over Chelsea, who Brinley had a previous interaction with earlier in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea had been with Wolf and wants Wolf again, and looks at Brinley and calls her Sandra D.
I loved that, actually.
Yeah, that was
It a nice
great.
little touch.
And Brinley has had it up to here. She's done with this woman's mouth. One of the club members that is with Brinley, keeping an eye on her, is like, no, Wolf and Brinley are together. And Chelsea's like, her? He would be bored before the cum hit his condom. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a beautiful statement.
That was a great
That's
line.
just fucking awesome right there. Brinley's become a new woman. She has been broken down, brought back up into a stronger, kick-ass lady. She fucking punches Chelsea in the face.
I love this so much.
Me
Just
too.
she goes down on her ass. Oh, it's great.
Then you get the other perspective of it, where you get Wolf's POV, and Kai says to him, oh shit, Wolf, we gotta go. And Wolf's like, oh my God, who's after Brinley? And Kai's like, nah, man, our women are going after somebody else. We gotta make sure the other person's okay. It's our women who are being the aggressors.
And I love that he was secretly so proud. But then he was like, oh God, I've basically created an uncontrolled weapon now.
Yeah.
He's trained her, and she's a loose cannon.
He had just given her a pocket knife.
Yes. Oh, the
Mhm.
knife that he specifically had made for the size of her hand that's
Yes.
made with the wolf bone from his grandfather.
Yes.
Hot.
The guy that was holding Brinley so that Brinley wouldn't hit Chelsea again lets her go. And she's like, okay, great. She turns around and there's Wolf. Wolf basically looks at Chelsea and he goes, listen, I don't even remember your name.
Mm-hmm.
But if you disrespect Brinley like that, I will let her punch your face in until it looks like your dry, ragged pussy. Yes.
And I loved that he didn't say, I will go do this, that, and this other thing. No, it was, I will let her go after you. That was great.
He picks Brinley up. He tries to bring her back to the cabin. The door's locked. Brinley doesn't have her key. So he takes her around back of this cabin-y yurt that they're staying at, and he proceeds to fuck her on the bike.
Hold on. He doesn't just go and, oh, cute, he's going to bend her over the bike and fuck her. They go and they're messing around. She's like, last thing I want to do is say no right now, but like, I'm on my period. I can't do that. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. What? That's hot. Yanks her tampon out.
Yep.
And proceeds to fuck her and get blood all over his bike. And he's like, yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
What is this with all this blood play this season, too?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of blood.
Blood was brought up a lot in this book.
Second time this season, we've got somebody taking out the tampon, too.
Oh, my God,
There's
such a mess.
lot of blood in this book.
I was like, what is she wearing? Does she have blood on her outfit now? Like, he just, like, hoisted up her skirt or whatever. Oh, my God.
What he did is he wrapped the tampon in her panties and put it in his cut.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to
Yeah.
be a bitch to fucking clean out of leather.
I know.
Jesus. Fast forward the next day, they're together. They're back at the house. Wolf is going with Jake. They're going to meet a guy. They're trying to get explosives so that they can take down DOS, because DOS is really becoming a problem, pushing back on them to get the drugs on the street.
They keep raiding the clinics.
Jake and Wolf are going to go meet this contact. Wolf arrives at this meeting point and pretty much texts Brindley and said, oh, the guy should be here soon. I should be back before midnight, about in an hour and a half or so. Brindley falls asleep and ends up waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and is all confused because she's like, fuck, what time is it? Where's Wolf? And she looks and there's no text messages from him. And she remembers that he's always been on time or early,
Mm-hmm.
and that he always said in case it was going to be late, he was going to text her.
Mm-hmm.
No text from him. Nothing. Majority of the crew is still out at the rally. Brindley and Wolf and Jake were the only ones that really came back early because they had to take care of this business.
Mm-hmm.
She starts panicking. She calls Wolf. She calls Jake. Nothing. No one's answering. She just feels like something is wrong. As she was snooping through the house in the many, many days she was there doing nothing, she found AirTags and happened to find that Wolf had put an AirTag on her car. She's like, fuck you. Tit for tat.
Mm-hmm.
She ends up pulling out the heel of his boot, crazy gluing the AirTag into his boot, and then closing it back up. She's never looked at it, but this is a great opportunity. Oh my God, you'll never believe what happens next.
You really won't, actually.
I actually love how this all plays out. So read the book.
It was so good.
I didn't see it coming. Another author that puts the meat and potatoes of this storyline you've been waiting for at the last 25% of the book. Dirty as fuck, too, because, of course, with everything, there's fucking and fighting and shooting and...
Butt plugs. And...
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Loved.
Holy shit.
Read this book. Read it.
So come on. I just want to rate this book.
Let's fucking do
I
it.
can't wait.
I can't fucking wait.
All right, so let's start with the romance. You can give this anywhere from 1 to 5 roses. I'm going to start with you, Lexx.
You know how I feel about the stone-hearted guy who just becomes all mushy-gushy for someone. I love it. And makes the other person stronger, all through love. So this is getting a 4 for me. I found this very romantic. And not just Brindley and Wolf, but I loved Axe and Layla.
Yeah.
It's very, very sweet. Just little asides with their vows. She made him promise to always do what she said.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot about that. That was cute.
Come on. It was wicked cute. And like this really tough guy made the beautiful reception. He did that decoration with his mom, who's an old lady.
Right. Super cute.
There's all these like other bits of love too. That's like love within the brothers of the motorcycle club. You've got Wolf's military buddies that come into it too. There's just a lot of love going on in a motorcycle book.
Honestly, I had a note about like found family.
Yeah.
As far as sexual romance, that connection, but also there's a lot of side love going on that has nothing to do with romance that I just want to call out too. So 4 roses.
Bird.
I am also giving this a 4. I really loved the way that he loved her. I liked the communication that they had once things kind of settled a little bit. Thought it was really, really sweet. I liked the way that she started to admit how much she loved him. It was very mushy-gushy, really cute. This book was made for me.
So I am very, very shocked. I am giving it a 4 also, and I'm agreeing with the two of you. Did I ever in a million years think the two of you were going to answer this question with a 4?
I know.
Abso-freaking-lutely not.
I definitely didn't think Lexx would.
No.
Yeah.
I really thought there was going to be pushback, especially in this category for this particular one. But I agree with the both of you. It's a 4 for all the reasons.
Let me be clear. This number changes drastically throughout the book. At the beginning, I was like, I feel like she's being kidnapped. This is at a 0.
And it's that journey that actually opens it up for me.
The epilogue, very cute, very romantic.
One of the
Yes.
biggest reasons this is getting a 4 out of me. This was not an insta-love
No.
situation. This was a building and learning and communicating, and I love that. It took a lot for those words to come out, and they got to know each other. So, 4 out of me. All right, let's move on to the real good one. Let's talk about the smut. You can give this anywhere from 1 to 5 raindrops. Birdie, I love that your eyelashes are batting and you're twitching. All right, what say Birdie?
A 5. 5. I'm sorry. Did anybody think I was going to say anything other than a 5? I mean, like a 6. This book was so hot. This book was perfect. It was creative. It had good quantity. It had all sorts of variety in the way that I like. Gotta make it to the epilogue, everybody. God, I gotta make it to the epilogue. The writing of these scenes was fucking perfection. 5 out of 5.
Lexx, where you landing for schmut?
4.5.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. I very much enjoyed it. When I'm sitting there fanning myself when I'm taking the tea as I'm reading these things, it's like, oh yeah, all right, this is the good stuff.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head with the creativity. Like, I very much enjoyed that. And it was originally I was at a 4, but it was the little details like that we talked about with the knife handle, and it was clean.
Yeah.
That jumps it up a half for me. Because I'm not worried about that, I could just let my brain go and let it just be sexy. So 4.5.
I have to tell you, I started at a 5, but I knocked it down a half a point. The blood in this book was too much.
It was too much.
It was blood on the lip. It started at one point. Then it went to the blood on Wolf's hand being smeared across her body after he fucked her with the knife. Then it was the blood that was smeared all over his body after she put her nails in his back. Blood was a big thing. And I'm cool with like 2 times in there, but I was getting a little bit of distress where I'm like, stop talking about the fucking blood because this book is so hot. And I get that that's a very intimate thing for them, but there was just blood in every fucking sex scene. Stitching up.
I don't even remember the blood
God.
in any of the scenes except for the he fucked her while she was having her period.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember her back getting ripped up from the attic wall, but that's it.
He mentioned how much he liked her blood a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I mean, you just glanced over that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right. To each their own, Birdie.
It was a different kind of blood from our last book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the meat and potatoes, the story. You can give this anywhere from 1 to 5 storybooks. Starting with you, Lexx. What'd you think?
Oh, why'd you have to start with me on this one? 3.5. It was really enjoyable story. It's well written. Some of the plot twists, though. I hate to always be that person, but I was like, oh, it's this person. And I caught it like very early on. So when it was revealed later, I'm like, yes, I know. I've been waiting 100 pages for this to be revealed. That being said, still the journey was fun to go on. So that's why it's a 3.5.
Birdie?
I am also rating it a 3.5. It's not like an earth-shattering story, but it's very well written for what it is. I liked the plot twist. We have not talked about the plot twist, by the way. We did not tell you about what happens in the end, so we are not spoiling anything for the big spoil of this book, by the way. I did not see it coming, partially because I was cock drunk the whole fucking book. I was not really critically thinking about the other plot line. I did really enjoy it. I thought it was perfection for a motorcycle club book, but that puts it at a 3.5.
I'm also landing at a 3.5. I think it was absolutely well written. No, I didn't see the plot twist. I'm generally someone who is looking for that. I think it was a lot of, hey, look over here, so you're not looking over here, but it gave you the kernel that something was amiss, and I was just like, whoop,
Yeah.
glanced over it because it was brought up one time, but then I'm like, they only brought it up one time. It must not really be a thread, and then all of a sudden threw you for a loop. But it was a great, interesting story in the way it all pulled together. So enjoyable at a 3.5. Let's blend it all together. We're not adding blood into the cocktail mixer. We will be avoiding that.
Just a little pinprick?
No.
Okay.
No, thank you. So what did we think overall? You can give this anywhere from 1 to 5 eggplants. Oh my God, I really can't wait for this. Birdie, what are you giving this book?
I am giving this a 4.5. I really liked this book. There are a lot of people that I keep sitting here going, oh shit, I have to send this book to so-and-so. I have to send this book to so-and-so. It was so good. Really enjoyable. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 5 is just because, like, the story wasn't all that earth-shattering. Like, I don't need to read it again. Although there are some smutty scenes that I actually might. That's a fucking lie. I might read half this book again. So, like, honestly, maybe it should get a 5 because fuck, the smut was perfect. So, fuck. I don't know, man. It was really, really, really good.
Lexx.
God, I'm wavering somewhere between a 3.75 and a 4. And I think I'm just, for the fun of it, I'm going to go to a 4. Just because it was fun. There was no screaming at the book. I just enjoyed it. I wasn't making any notes about, like, these words drove me nuts. You know what? I'm going to bop it up to that 4 because I also really loved the cover.
Oh, yes. Shit, we haven't talked about it. It was so good.
It's so good. It's that classic 1950s illustration.
Yeah.
Oh, I adored it. So,
yeah,
it's these little details that will just bump things up for me. And so I'm giving it a 4. It was a fun book, Joey. Thanks for picking this one.
I'm landing at a 4.5. And for me to say that I loved the cover art, who am I?
Pod person.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautifully done. Like, the cover art is very done. I found this book enjoyable. Again, time to freebase myself some Paisley Hope. Book 2, Dove, is coming out at the end of 2025. I cannot wait.
Oh, shit.
Until
okay.
that does, I am all excited. I want to continue to read the series. The cover art for that book just is beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
pretty. Yeah.
so excited. This was just a lot of fun. This is my jam. I made our bet today because I thought after our last book, I was going to get some flack. Here's another motorcycle book. I should have remembered how well it went the first time.
Yeah, duh.
That maybe this was not the episode to challenge myself, but nonetheless, do we vote that I am a winner?
Oh, sure.
I haven't yelled like, oh, well, fuck it. I'm going to pick your last 2 books of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm going to make them as fucked up as possible.
Of course you will.
And you say you're not a sadist.
A little bit. I never claimed to not be just a little bit of everything. That's it. It's another episode done in the books. Please don't forget to visit us on our social media sites. The Lusty Library Podcast on Patreon, Facebook, and Instagram, or the Lusty Library Pod on our friend Blue Sky.
And make sure you head on over to Spotify, YouTube, Apple, wherever you're listening to our podcast, and hit the follow button. Thank you so much.
Okay. You know I have to shake things up every time. And I'm just picking things to be different. And maybe maybe just a little bit on the weird side.
Oh, should I be afraid?
No, it's going to be so fucking awesome.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
We're going to be doing Bull Moon Rising by Ruby Dixon.
Is there a bowl in it?
Not a bull. Maybe something a little mythological.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, yeah. She loves to pick the wacky ones.
Oh, fuck me. Oh my God.
None of this chef, ha, billionaire, motorcycle club. How about Minotaur?
Oh my God.
Wow. I'm excited. Oh, Birdie, I can't wait to see how you react to this shit.
Oh my God.
Gonna be a bacchanalia next time.
Oh God.
As always, we greatly thank you for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye.